Breaking news at this hour, multiple simultaneous federal raids happening involving Homeland Security, leading to clashes in downtown LA. Stu Mandel live up in Skyfox to tell us all about it. Stu?
Hey, Sandra, this is going to be one of two locations, or actually three locations, that Skyfox has been over this afternoon. This one seems to be the most active. Now, this is going to be in the downtown Los Angeles area near the corner of 15th and Santa Fe. This is the Ambience headquarters, and that is one of the other places that they were targeting in downtown, the showroom, actually in the downtown area off of 15th and Town. But they've also been hitting up the Home Depots, at least two of them, in the Los Angeles area as well. I can tell you, since Skyfox has been here, they have been putting at least 5 people inside that van that you see right there. Now, it has definitely gotten a lot more tense out here in the last couple of minutes, and LAPD has arrived as well. Usually, LAPD stays away from any of these type of raids, but in this case, it is crowd control is why they're here and what's going on. Moments before we went live, there was a large crowd in front of this gate right here. They opened that gate up to allow a van that looks like the one that's in there possibly to take away some other people, or even maybe some of their own FBI and other agents that are in that area, because there is a number of them, meaning probably about 20 or more inside that fenced area. While that was going on, a large scuffle took place. People were trying to block the van. Agents came out and were actually physically fighting with some of those protesters, and one of them got tossed to the ground. That person taken into handcuffs later, but that was when the crowd really started to gang up on those agents. They brought them inside the store, inside this building, and that's the reason why the fire department is here. The fire department showed up basically for medical use, or to check out the injuries to that person they took into custody. Take a look at what's going on. LAPD, they've been arriving, they've been setting up a skirmish line out here, trying to keep the public away from that front gate. It does seem like whatever was happening inside this building in downtown is coming to a close. We've been watching agents coming out, getting into vehicles. They're lining up those vehicles near that front gate, so this might be coming to an end. Now we see some tape from another location. I'm not sure which one this is, but if this is the one in downtown, off of Town and 9th, this one was also very emotional. One of the folks that was looking at inside that window earlier on when we were there was crying and getting very, very emotional about what was going on. You can see they had multiple agencies here. It's not just Homeland Security. They can't use, or they will not use, LAPD to orchestrate these raids, so they have to lean on other agencies. That would be Homeland Security, that would be FBI, and other federal agencies that come and assist in these ICE raids. So right now, it definitely seems like something's going on at the gate. Maybe some information is being passed back and forth. I believe that some of these are relatives that have arrived here looking for their loved ones that may be taken into custody. And if that's the case, what's happening right there, our agents are giving those people information on where their loved ones are going or where they can be found in the next couple of hours. But right now, though, still very active out here. This is in downtown Los Angeles, and again, this is the Ambience headquarters off of Santa Fe near the cross of 15th Street, but also the other spot that was being raided is what you're seeing on the bigger portion, and that would be Town and 9th. We were there earlier on. We saw the agents on the outside. We saw employees, or what we believe to be employees, leaving that location every now and then, not in cuffs, but just leaving one by one. And then the Home Depot, that was another one. That's how all this information started for us. We made our way over to that Home Depot earlier in the morning hours. By the time we got there, the ICE agents already had left that location, but there was still a lot of media down there, and you could see that a lot of the folks were talking and explaining what had happened. Now, we know that there were some folks taken away in cuffs there as well, so there are definite raids happening in the Los Angeles area. People are being taken into custody by ICE agents, and again, this is being assisted not by LAPD.
Welcome to Ace Honest Takes. I'm your host, Ace. This is a lot, right? And please like, comment, subscribe. If you put comments in the comment section, I promise you I will respond to your comments. Also, I will put the content creators' information down in the description as well. All right. Yeah, man, this is disheartening. I understand it, which, I mean, just because you understand something don't really mean that you are agreeing to certain things, right? And I kind of see both sides of it. So this is an ICE raid, of course, in California, LA, and our California state, of course, is integrated with a lot of Spanish-speaking Mexican individuals, and I get it, but like I said, it don't mean that it's right. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these individuals are coming into the country and are already here, looking just for a better way of life, looking to not only help themselves, but also help their families, help their communities as well. And my only thing is, if you come here and you're looking to be a law-abiding citizen, that means get a job, do what you can do. Don't bring crime. Don't bring, a lot of foolishness and all this other craziness. You just kind of want to come in for your family and friends. That's always commendable to me. However, as long as you go about it the right way, getting the right paperwork done, doing all of the things that need to be done necessarily to become a U.S. citizen, that's one thing, right? And even if you come here and let's just say, you didn't do those things and you still come here, of course, looking to help your family, looking to kind of help your communities, but you didn't go about it the right way. You just kind of, came across the border without anything. And I do not agree with it. I get it. I understand it, but I do not agree with it, right? Just because, of course, still certain things that you have to do about going about it the correct way. And I know it's probably backed up probably for years and years and years. And you possibly might not have to wait that long. I get it, but it's still certain ways you got to go about doing, certain things. And so with that being said, this is disheartening because now, as of in California and a lot of other places, tensions are really rising. Not only with ICE and race wars and just tariffs and jobs firing people. It's getting really, really, really rough to go outside nowadays, right? And not even going outside because right now people are trying to come inside your house. You know what I'm saying? So things are getting rough, man. I hope that with these demonstrations that they don't get out of hand and, we don't get killings and mass shootings and all these kind of things because this is what usually lead to a lot of these mass killings and when you go do raids and people aren't willing to step aside or they're not willing to go back where they came from because they rather die than go back to where they come from because the trip that they had to take to get there was one that they were willing to just do whatever they needed to do to get to where they want to go. You know what I'm saying? So it's rough, man. I don't know. You guys, like I said, just please put in the comments, do you agree with this? Do you not agree with this? And I understand, like, with these LA riots and raids and ICE and everything else, that it is a really intense situation for all parties involved, right? The federal government as well as the people, because, of course, the people are what makes these cities and states run, right? And so when you have those individuals that are fighting each other, it just always creates a tense environment, and usually nothing good comes out of these things. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man, what y'all think. We're gonna let them finish it off, but also, like I said, please like, subscribe, comment. I will respond to your comments in the comment section.
But by other agencies that are federal law enforcement, FBI being the most common one. But right now, though, what's going on right here in downtown near Santa Fe in 15th is a wrap-up. And again, one of the reasons why they need so many of these agents out here is not because they're taking so many people into custody, but I think it's also a lot of paperwork. We've been watching agents walking out with large boxes, and they were making their way over to the vehicle, so they were confiscating paperwork as well. Inside this van, we counted five people being taken into custody and placed it inside that van. Sandra?
Yeah, man. Like I said, this is sad, man. And to me right now, it's just going to get worse before it gets way better. And you know, it's disheartening. But let me know what your thoughts are, and just kind of give me more of a on ground kind of synopsis of what's happening, right? Because, you know, of course, the actual news and reporters and news stations can show one thing, but it might be something really different, right? So if you're in LA, if you were at any of these protests, please put in the comments and tell me exactly, you know, what's going on from your perspective, and how can we be better, right? How can things kind of become better in a situation like this? So once again, this is Ace Honest Takes. I'm out. Peace.